Okay, good day. So for today's lesson, we'll be having work, power, and energy. So we'll be cutting the recorded discussion into 3 to 5 uh, recorded discussions because these topics include three, actually the work, power, and energy. So it will be quite long if we're going to discuss this entirely. For our agenda, so warm-up activity, discussion of work, exercises, discussion of force and power, and summary. Opening and closing remarks. So let's discuss what is work. So by definition, work or the work done by a constant force is defined as a distance moved multiplied by the component of the force in the direction of displacement. So, the unit for work is simply Newton meter or 1 joule. So, we can use the two, either Newton meter or 1 joule. But, for the formula, since work is equal to the force times the distance or the displacement of an object, we can use the Newton meter. However, to make it standard, we will use joule instead. Okay? So the simple formula for work is simply force times displacement. Okay? So meaning, despite having enormous amount of force, if there is no displacement, as example here, wherein the car was displaced from an initial position to a certain position, okay, there's work. However, if the car will not move or will be displaced, automatically we can consider work as zero. Because if there will be no displacement, there will be no work. Despite having enormous amount exerted na may force tayo. So take note that the magnitude of the displacement times the component of the force is parallel to the displacement. Okay? So as long as this person does not lift or lower the bag of groceries, he is doing no work. Because if we're referring to the bag of groceries, walang displacement. Okay? Magkakaroon lang siya ng displacement if this bag will be moving towards up and down. Okay? So he is doing no work on it. So the force he exerts has no component in the direction of motion. Third question, it's quite confusing for us to determine if there is work or no work. Okay, I'll give you more examples about this. But to make it clear, it depends on the object or the point of view of the question. Kasi, for example, if we're going to say, is there a work regarding to the bag of groceries? In this case, wala. But if we're referring to the man holding the bag of groceries, kapag siya yung object natin, definitely there will be work if she or he will move either left or right, towards east, towards west. Basta may displacement, automatically, merong work. Kasi dito, yung reference frame natin dito, regarding sa bag of groceries natin, hindi siya nagalaw. Same position siya. Okay? In terms of what? Pataas and pababa. For example, determine if there is work done or not. A man pushing a cart. So, definitely, there will be work done. Kasi nagalaw yung cart eh. Diba? A man lifting weights. Definitely, work done. Nadi-displace, diba? Tumataas, bumababa eh. I mean yung doing vacuum. So, from your initial point of reference, papunta siya saan? Sa left. Okay? Or towards west. So, work done. How about this one? A man doing paperwork. No work done. Why? Bakit no work done? He is not displaced. But if the question is, example, a man doing paperwork, no work done yun. But if we're going to give reference particularly sa part ng katawan ng lalaki na to, for example, yung fingers niya, Diba, pag nagta-type ka, nag-up and down yun. That is work done. Kasi, nag-up and down yung, fingers mo. But, if we're going to refer to the man na nakaupo dito, he's no doing work. Kasi, hindi siya natayo, nagalaw in any direction. No displacement. Despite he is doing work. Diba? Kasi nag-work siya literally, no? But, yun lang. So, I hope you understand the concept of work. Take note, if there will be no work done, automatically, kung walang work done, walang displacement yan. So, if the force and displacement do not point in the same direction, the work is defined as work is equal to force times displacement cosine theta. Okay? So the force is directed at an angle relative to the displacement. In such case, only the component of the force along the displacement is used to defining work. So for example, for this one, in reality, pag naghihila tayo, hindi naman po 'di ba parallel. What I'm saying parallel or perpendicular. Example, ikaw to. Ikaw 'yan. Hindi ka naman naghihila papunta dito, 'di ba? I mean, diretso. Meron kang angle. Kaya meron nakalagay diyan na cosine theta. Ayan may cosine theta. Kung nakikita nyo. So, kung medyo mahirap yung yan. Ito, cosine theta. Nakikita nyo? I'm using the laser pointer ha. Ba? However, let's say, ang rope na hawak nito, ginawa nating diretso dito. Walang cosine theta doon. Ang formula lang nun ay force times displacement lang. Bakit? Wala namang angle na involved eh. So, magkakaroon tayo ng FD cosine theta if there will be angle involved. So, in this case, magkakaroon pa rin, ang angle natin dito ay, sabihin natin, point of reference natin, 45. Edi 45 degrees. Ganun lang siya kadali. So, huwag kayo malito sa formula ng work dahil same lang siya sa work is equal to force times distance. Parehas lang yan. Huwag po kayo malilito. Okay? Okay, so naintindihan ha? Same lang po yung formula na yan. Wala pong pinagkaiba yan guys. Wala pong pinagkaiba. Meron lang po siyang angle. Okay, next. So imagine you're a child pulling a toy car with a string. So you're working forward but the string is at an angle, not perfectly horizontal. Yun yung sinasabi ko kanina. So you're applying force along the string but the toy moves straight forward. Now, the only part of your pulling force helps you move the toy forward. So that is just pulls it slightly upward. Yun yung example natin kanina. Parehas lang yun. So your F here stands for your force. So how hard you pull the string, that is the amount of force. D, how far the toy moves or the displacement, sometimes distance ang tawag. Theta or the angle between the string and the direction the toy moves. So if the string is horizontal, meaning your angle is 0, all your effort goes into moving the toy. Maximum work. Yun. If the string is vertical, the angle is equal to 90 degrees. The toy doesn't move forward. No work in that direction. Diba? Bakit? Pag vertical, saan siya papunta? Paangat yon, hindi yon papunta sa right or left. Hinihila mo pataas eh. Diba? So, scalar product of two vectors. So, the scalar product of two vectors is written as vector A times vector V. Ganun lang siya kasimple. Also known as dot product. Okay? The angle is the angle between the A and B. So, respectively, we have two vectors here. So, vector A, this is your vector A, and your vector V. So, these two vectors, okay, if we're going to multiply it, or the dot product of this, will be what? Okay, anong maging natin? So your vector A times vector B is also equal to the what? AB cosine theta. So applied to work, this simply means that work is equal to the force. Ano tong triangle? Change in distance cosine theta or force times distance. So parehas lang din naman po yan. Okay? So pinapakita lang natin what if there will be two vectors present. Okay? So we will simply multiply it using the dot product principle. And then, okay, you got the answer. Simply multiply it. Okay, so let's have a simple problem. So find the work done by a 45.0 Newton force in pulling the suitcase in figure on the right at an angle of 50.0 degrees for a distance of 75.0 meters. So since we have a given of 50.0 degrees, this is our cosine theta. 75.0 meter, this is our distance or displacement. So the only missing is your what? Okay, meron din pa pala tayong force, sorry. So we have 45.0 Newton. And we know if we're going to compute for the work or the work done, we will simply multiply the force times distance. But in this problem, since we have an angle, we need to multiply it using the cosine function, cosine theta. So instead of having your work is equal to force times distance only, we will now have cosine theta. So simply substitute the values. Force is your 45.0 Newton. This one. Ito yun. Next, you have your distance. What is your distance? 75.0 meters. Okay, input mo lang yan. Okay, yan. How about our cosine theta? That is 50.0. So, sir, question, why is it na iba po yung pag-input po ng problem ay ng substitute ng variables or ng given dun sa equation? Kahit pagpalitin mo yan, okay lang. Kahit po ang nasa loob natin ay yung 75.0 meter, parehas pa rin makukuha natin sagot. So, after multiplying it, since the unit of work is joules, so what is your answer? 2,170 joules. Sir, bakit po iba po nakuha naming sagot? So, okay. So, if iba ang sagot nyo, probably the reason is simply we adhere to what? To significant figure ruling. So, we have 3 sigpig. So, kailangan nyo po dito mag round off, okay, to maintain the sig fig. I think ang sagot dito 2169 ata eh. So, para maging 3 sig fig, 2169. Maki-carry over to magiging 7. Okay, that's all. So, yun lang po ang example natin for work. Okay. Okay. So, consider a constant net external force acting on an object. Okay, so again, when you encounter the term net force, total force, summation of forces, it technically means simply adding all of the forces. Okay, ganun lang siya. So the object is displaced at a distance d in the same direction as the net force. So the work is simply what? Okay, so we'll be cutting this one. Okay, so this is quite confusing for you. So again, what is the formula for work? So we're going to remember the formula of work is simply work is equal to force times distance. Okay, so actually your force could be a summation of forces. Let's say we have so many forces that acts on an object. So that's why we have this equation. We are assuming that we have multiple forces. Kung marami tayong forces. Okay? Same lang po yan sa work is equal to force times distance. Walang pinagkaiba. How about this one? Okay, if you're going to remember the formula for force, and that is equal to what? Mass times acceleration. So in physics, hindi lahat given. Hindi lahat binibigay yung force. For you to have the value of force, sometimes ang given ay mass and acceleration. And we know that having force is also equal to mass and acceleration. So let's say there will be a problem involving mass and acceleration. So we can assume that we can substitute in case that there will be no value for force. Instead, we have mass and acceleration instead. So we can rearrange this or make another equation which tells you that work is also equal to what? Work is also equal to mass times acceleration times distance. Bakit? Kasi, your MA is equal to what? This is equal to force. And that is the formula for work. Force times distance. Okay, parang nagde-derive lang tayo ng formula, guys. We are simply deriving formulas. Ganun lang po yan, no? Okay, I hope you understand this part. At hindi pa kayo nahihilo sa part na to. Sample problem. So the truck is accelerating at a rate of positive 1.50 meter per second squared. So the mass of the crate is 120 kilogram and it does not slip. So the magnitude of the displacement is 65 meter. What is the total work done on the crate by all of the forces acting on it? Okay, so we have a given of acceleration and that is 1.50 meter per second squared. Okay, that is your given. The mass of the crate alone, we're referring to the crate. So what is the mass of the crate? 120. We're referring to this crate. Ito lang yan ha. Not including the truck itself. The magnitude of the displacement of the crate, what I'm referring is the crate, is 65 meters. So, assuming that this is the initial position, the one in grayish colored object, moves towards right. Andito na siya. And the displacement covered is 65 meters. So, this crate weighs what? Around 120 kilogram. Okay? Now, you are required to find the total work done on the crate by all of the forces acting on it. Okay. So, giving you the pre-body diagram of the crate, this will be your pre-body diagram of the crate. Okay? So, this is your object. Okay? This is the crate. Okay, we know that there will be force or normal force if the object is at rest or is in place within a hard surface or any surface. And that is our normal force. Okay? F sub n. Since the object is at rest or is in place in a surface, definitely we have weight. This is not work, This is not weight. This is not work, sorry. This is weight. And we know that weight is also equal to what? Force due to gravity. Parehas lang yan. And we have F sub S. F sub S is also known as friction or frictional force. So the frictional force is going towards right according to this diagram. Okay. So forces on acting on the crate, we have three: normal force, weight, and frictional force. Okay, we have to compute for the three of these forces, no? Using the pre-body diagram concept. Okay, burahin ko ulit. Yan. So the angle between the displacement and the normal force is 90 degrees. Okay, saan na galing yun, sir? Here, 90 degrees. And the angle between the displacement and the weight is also 90 degrees as well. Okay? If we're going to use the formula of work is equal to force times distance cosine theta, what will happen? We will simply substitute the cosine theta since the force is given and the distance is also given. So if you memorize the trigonometric function in terms of angle, we know that cosine what? Cosine 90 is always equal to 0. So if cosine 90 is 0, therefore any number multiplied with 0 will be 0 as well. So definitely the answer, if the angle is at 90 degrees, automatically the work done will be 0. So this is in reference to the normal force and to the weight. Why? Because simply there is no what? Okay. There is no what? Hindi siya na-displace in terms of normal force and weight. Kaya 0 yan. 'Di ba? Ang principle ng work natin, if there will no be displacement, the work done is 0. Kaya 0 yan. Kasi kung titignan mo yung crate, gumalaw ba siya papunta saan? Pataas? Hindi, 'di ba? Hindi siya gumalaw pababa. Definitely no displacement in terms of normal and weight or gravitational force. Kaya siya 0. Okay? How about the frictional force? Okay. This time, medyo iba to, no? Bakit? Your frictional force lies along the x-axis, the positive x-axis. And we know that kapag x-axis, anong angle kaya yan? Correct. Magiging ano siya? 0. Tama? Okay. So, we can now use the formula of our force. For you to compute frictional force, mass times acceleration, di ba? So, 120 multiply by 1.5 meter per second squared. And that is 180 Newton. And that is the frictional force or F sub S. In some reference, F sub F yan. Parehas lang yan ha. F sub S, F sub F, minsan small letter F, tapos S. Pare-parehas lang yan. Now, so since we have the value of force, we have the value of distance, right? And that is 65 meters. Substitute natin value. What is the value of cosine theta? That is 1. Okay? So, ang force natin, 180 Newton times, ano yung cosine natin? Cosine, ano natin? Ano angle natin? Cosine 90. Ay, cosine 90. Cosine 0. And that is 1. 180 times 1 times 65. That is, I think, lalabas yan 11,000, no? 11,980 ata. Joules. Tama naman yan. However, ilang sigpig to? Ilang sigpig to? Ito, dalawa. Ito, tatlo. Kaya dapat 2 sigpig lang. So, kailangan mong i-round up tong 119 na yan. At nasa thousands place na yan. So, magiging 11,980, magiging ano siya? Okay, correct. 12,000 joules. Tama rin to. Kapag nag-scientific notation ka, 1, 2, 3, 4, magiging 1.2 times 10 raised to 4 joules. Both are considered and accepted as correct answers. Okay? Okay. So, for the kinetic energy part, so we'll be discussing this on the second recorded discussion. So, I'll be explaining to you the principle of kinetic energy. Okay? That's all for now.